he has barely grown accustomed to.
James Toney in the black trunks, Reggie Johnson in the white. You might think that might present some problems. James Toney won the title with a huge left hook. And Michael Nunn was outboxing him.
David on the left leg of James Toney's trunk. That a tribute to his manager, Jackie Callan, who you met in the piece we showed you of James Toney.
The weakness for Reggie is they think he'll abandon his conservative style here when he has the championship. Finally,
briefly, this will be a fight scored by the 3 judges at ringside. There is no standing 8 count, and there is no 3 knockdown.
Johnson has not frozen in his world championship fight. That's always a question.
Again, you could see Toney making an adjustment, and Reggie Johnson as we approach the end of the first round here in Las Vegas. And a good off here today as a 2-to-1 underdog.
Yeah, I was very surprised.
And a big left hand by Reggie Johnson in the second round.
For the first time in his career, James Toney is not. He tied Reggie Johnson up effectively. He's still hurt.
Right now, James Toney fighting his...
And Reggie Johnson still kind of nonchalantly adjusting his trunks.
Toney liking some of those blows, but a good right hand by Reggie Johnson got through. We're not quite halfway through the...
James Toney is fighting a very, very nonchalant fight here, and that is, and who knows what the result's going to find, but it said that he knew he had to do more than he did in the early rounds of Michael Nunn. He's doing much less.
Oh, and a good flurry now. Oh, and he missed with a right.
And it is to keep it. And if James Toney didn't believe that, it is.
It's just how many people want what you have.
And again, Reggie Johnson countered.
More like Tommy Stearns.
A lot of people in boxing, Dan, who will second-guess the decision. Another heavy left hand by Reggie Johnson.
Break. A good left lead to the midsection by Reggie Johnson. He's been scoring consistently with that.
Reggie Johnson has never been known as a guy. He's loading up a little bit too much with that left. He found a home for it, but he should be working more with the right jab as he just did. Sometimes when a punch is too easy for you.
Another 3 solid rounds up to this point. Good pressure by Toney, but very...
Johnson has the kind of defensive skills to sit on a lead. I mean, to freeze the ball. Spoke about it early. Can't rely on that again.
Pate.
And
I don't mean Jerry Pate. Ooh. Enough, he was a quarterback. Not quite the temperament you normally expect a quarterback to have to go on to boxing. And right now, that temperament has Reggie Johnson.
Punches. As we said earlier, questions. Toney has not followed up effectively. Did not continue the pressure.
There's a good right hand by... Either his trunks are too big or that belt keeps sliding up. A good right hand there by James Toney, and you can see he's got Reggie Johnson stunned.
And Reggie is moving his head well, but I think he's being hurt.
And he's adjusting his trunk.
Made Toney put his arms down and look at him. Like, hey, pal, this is my first title defense. You better start cooperating.
Actually hitting his glove and driving him into his own head. Is the trainer of James Toney.
Bill Miller has been with. If you saw the Nunn fight, you know that Bill was exhorting Reggie to. You got to turn it on, young man. Wild horse type of fighter, or he's in with a guy he can beat easily. These are 2 young, competent guys on their way up. Albert Davila. Whoa. Beautiful move there by Reggie Johnson.
Night's fight. Alex had a chance to get together with Mike Tyson this morning. Plus, we'll have pictures.
Don't back out with your chin up. Don't get lazy. And pop the shot. A good one. He's got to stick with it.
This fight is scheduled for 12 fights.
Meldrick Taylor.
Ooh, a couple of good jabs there by James.
outstanding Olympic gold medalist.
Crowd here at the Hilton who were kind to Richard Steele when he worked a fight here Friday night, the Tommy Morrison fight.
Bet the Chavez Taylor fight to go the distance.
People like that have long memories, don't they?
Oh, again, Reggie Johnson.
He appears to be a little more focused, Alex. He almost looked disinterested the first couple of rounds. Alex Swallow ringside.
Again, a right hand by James Toney.
And we have seen two fights. The first part of this fight belonging to Reggie Johnson, and the second part belonging to James Toney, who right now pummeling Johnson up against the ropes.
And an inside right hook hurt Reggie Johnson in that exchange. Made him hold on. To do the sportsmanlike thing. And just when James looked like he was taking the fight over,
another reminder to our ABC stations that we'll be taking a station break at the end of this round. Another jab. Two jabs get through.
Maybe took a little bit something out of Reggie.
There was a good right hand to the chest by James Toney. James Toney, as he has the last 4 or 5 rounds, putting together a real...
Really be the key to the rest of the fight.
Well, I mentioned how Johnson had trained at high altitudes at Big Bear Lake at over 8,000 feet, and he does appear to be the fresher of the two. His legs still have spring. Again, another reminder that we have a report coming your way about the Tyson Ruddock fight of last night.
To think on everybody's scorecard. I mean, Reggie pretty decisively won the first and third round 1-point rounds. The second had to be a 2-point round. Make a case, 4 and 5 were close, but I think you can make a case that James Toney swept the next 5. And if that's the
Progress.
right, and if Reggie won one of those, you know, the fight's either way. That he has more left in his tank right now. Reggie Johnson.
Left hand by Reggie Johnson, Alex. Ooh, and a... James Toney overcommits. Right. And if I had to pick the fresher of the two right now, it looks like Reggie Johnson.
I think it's the third quickest first title defense in middleweight history, Dan.
Youngest fighter to win a middleweight crown in over 50 years, being only 22. But I don't think that that short title reign is quite what James Toney has in mind.
They're for the taking, but neither man has it to step up and do that. Each man doing their share of scoring. There's a little tape from James Toney's glove. Good left, caught James Toney. I thought he might be a little more.
Right now, Alex, they have had a couple of...
On our scorecards, at least, the winner of these next 2 rounds is a middleweight champion. Very competitive young man with a lot of pride, and you have to think the reason they're not is that they're dog-tired.
Well, how about the fact, Alex, that they're 2 young men as well? I mean, Johnson's 24, James Toney only, and you don't. And if you're going to win it, you best be decisive in trying to win it. We'll be right back with the 12th and final.
Both corners told their men, you need this round.
Hands of the judges at ringside. Who, by the way, I'm the left eye of James Toney. He's having trouble seeing, Alex.
115.
Well, you can see Richard Steele looking at that cut.
But you see him pulling at the blood.
Oh, and the Toney.
And still middleweight champion of the world, James Lights Out Toney.
Reggie Johnson disbelieving that he lost a split decision to James Toney.